Lieutenant C. Husser with Albuquerque Fire Rescue Station number 10. This is your neighborhood fire station 10. This is a unique station in the city because it's a single engine house. So it's just us and our truck. If you'll come with me, I'll show you some of the details about the truck. Down this side is obviously the driver's side of the truck. He operates the truck, gets us to the emergencies. This is the driver's pump panel where he takes in water and then discharges water through the hoses so that we can extinguish fires. The truck is essentially also just a big toolbox for us so that we have anything that we may need on an emergency. These are some of the tools that we use, such as the irons if we need to open up a door. We also have extrication equipment and chainsaws in case we need to do more forcible entry. And across the back of the truck is more hoses and additional tools that we might need on an emergency. This is Brush 10. This is the other apparatus that's staged here at Station 10 with us so that we can protect the open space in the city of Albuquerque. It's a Type 6 brush truck, which allows us to get into smaller areas in the river as well as in the foothills so that we can protect those natural resources for the city of Albuquerque. We have hoses on this truck as well as water and a lot of hand tools on top. As the officer, this is the part of the truck that's mine. This is where I function, and it's got all of my equipment laid out as well as my computer and the radio, air horns and siren functions as well. And everything when we're going to an emergency, I manage starting here. And that would include perhaps even having to get dressed for a structure fire, and it's a very small space. Firefighter Donnie is going to show us his gear now. He's starting with his boots and pants. So these are the items that we would wear in a structure fire to protect us so that we could get in and extinguish the fire. Next, he puts on his hood. Then he'll put on his coat. And then the final elements will be his helmet and his air pack with his face piece. So the air pack has his breathing air, as well as some safety features that may be necessary in a fire.
Hey boys and girls, my name is Firefighter Donald Lipscomb, and I'm here today to explain to you how to stay healthy this summer using exercise. So before you start your exercise, it's going to be hot this summer. Make sure you drink lots of water and eat a healthy diet. All right, now I'm going to show you a few things we can do to warm up our muscles and then how to strengthen them. So the first thing we're going to do is 10 jumping jacks. Everybody count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run in place for 10 seconds. Count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch our legs out, okay? Our bodies are nice and warmed up, and we can stretch our legs now. So everybody take both your hands and try to reach down and touch your toes. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna stretch out our left arm. Bring your left arm across your body and give your elbow a big hug. All right, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right arm, same thing. Arm across and give your elbow a big hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, everybody, we're gonna do what I call mountain climbers, okay? So you're gonna go on both your hands, come up on your toes, and try to keep your back as straight as you can, okay? And I'm gonna do them slow, and then I'm gonna do them fast. All right, so you're gonna try to bring your knee to your elbow, knee to your elbow, knee to your elbow. That's 1, okay? And then this is how we're gonna do them fast. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 2, all the way to 5. And we're gonna do 5 of these on a 3 count. So it's gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. So that was our 5 mountain climbers. All right, that's strengthening our whole body. Now we're gonna Now we're gonna go down and we're gonna do some sit-ups. We're gonna do 10 sit-ups. That's gonna work on our abdominal muscles, okay, our core. So everybody go down, all right, have your legs straight, put your hands by your side, and we're gonna do 10 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, while we're down here, we're gonna do 10 push-ups. Now, if your arms aren't strong enough to go onto your toes, I'm gonna show you something you can do. You can go on your knees just like this. So either go on your knees and do your push-ups this way, or if you can, go on your toes, just like this, all right? So we're gonna count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Last thing we're gonna do is high knees, okay? So everybody hold your hands out just like this and try to bring your knees to your hands. All right, for a 10 count, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good job everybody. Make sure you drink lots of water and eat healthy.
I'm Lieutenant Sihu Sir. Thank you for coming to Station 10.
And I'm Firefighter Donald Lipscomb. Thanks for coming to Station 10.
Have a great, safe summer.
Hello, I'm Officer Falcon with the Albuquerque Police Department. Today we're going to talk a little about what it's like to be a police officer, a day in my life and my team's life. Right now we're at the Northwest Police Station of Northwest Albuquerque, which is Cibola Loop and Ellison roughly. And as you see behind us, we have our DWI Batmobile that we use for various things. But that's not really what I do. What I do is I work with the proactive response team. My sergeant is Sergeant Gabaldon. I have a couple of partners, Officer Forsberg, Officer Grinnell, and Officer Denman. Some of the stuff that we like to do on a daily basis is big community events. We go to things such as Coffee with a Cop. I help coordinate events at Chaparral Elementary School where we do color runs, and we have career days where the kids can see and talk to police officers about potential different avenues of police work, such as being out in the field, taking calls from 911, or maybe you want to be SWAT or K9 or a homicide detective, and we talk about things like that. Then sometimes local malls call us up because they want to do food drives for Thanksgiving, and we coordinate a whole food drive for turkey Thanksgiving dinners for families, and we help with those kind of things. The other half of what we do, although that is the fun half, the half I like the best, is we go out and we proactively work with the community and with local businesses and neighborhoods to reduce and or stop active crime. Some of the items could be shoplifting or auto theft or auto burglary, primarily here in the northwest area of Albuquerque, which for those of you who don't know is anything north of Interstate 40 and west of that big river, they call it the Rio Grande. And what we do is we spend our time over here all day, every day, and we're trying to keep the neighborhood safe, keep businesses open and intact, keep people's property in their cars and their driveways when they're not using them. And that's kind of the fun part of our job is I get to go hang out with the kids and the adults, answer their questions, and hopefully help build a better community between officers and citizens so we can understand their needs and they can understand how we do what we do and why we do what we do. And then after I've done that, I get to go out and I get to show them the things we do and help make their neighborhood and your neighborhood and my neighborhood safer. All right, so now that we've kind of learned a little about a day in the life of a police officer, I know kind of minimal, you can ask questions later if you want to, let's go take a look at my police unit that I spend most of my day in when I'm not out at community meetings and Coffee with a Cop. Come on, let's take a look. So this is my vehicle. I do ask you to be kind. She is dirty, okay? I work, all right? I don't always get a chance to wash her. You might see my little baby Captain America in the rear window. It's very important to me. But as we continue on, I'm Police Unit Williams 70. That's my number up here. And we're gonna start in the front. Take a look here and see what we have. So let the camera get a good shot first, then I'll kind of step in and talk a little about it. All right, so as I step in, pretty much like most other vehicles, I'll turn down the air conditioner not to blast you out. Most vehicles, radio, air conditioning, heat, like everybody else, the creature comforts of life. But some things you're gonna see that you probably don't have in your car. You probably don't have a computer that you can pull up, internet needs, if you need to look for the location of a store, or connect to police databases to run information on license plates or individuals, or help kids get lost to get back home. That's not very common. So I have one of those. It's called my Tough Book. I use it all day long, every day. Below my Tough Book, which is a little hard to see probably, I do have a spare body camera that we use that I'm currently wearing one as well, but it's connected to my printer. My printer is used for various reasons, mostly for traffic tickets, sometimes other forms of citations, but if you get pulled over, or in this case your mom and dad get pulled over for speeding or some other sort of traffic violation, they're going to get a ticket of some kind or maybe a warning notice that I print out of here to have them sign. As well in my vehicle, Then I'll step out and I'm gonna go to the other side so you can see as I point to this side. You can wait right here. I'll be right back. Told you, came right back. All right, so again, it's a little messy. I've been working, but obviously I have my lunchbox, had this thing forever. It's pink, I'm not replacing it, gonna keep it. And of course my water. But other things we have in here is I have my police vehicle radio. I'm always wearing one on my body, so when I get out of the car, if something happens, I can radio for assistance or information. But we have one in the car that's easy to use for the same things, does everything my handheld does. I also have the ability to talk to someone through a speaker. Hello, good morning. And that way, if I'm outside my car but I need a louder voice, or I'm inside my car, I need a louder voice to talk to someone, I have my PA system, public address. I also, of course, have a rain jacket and a hat, you know, if it gets cold or windy and rainy out. All right, so that's the front of my car. Let's step to the back. All right, so the back, this is a spot nobody ever wants to be in. This is where we put people that we usually are taken to jail. Sometimes this is where people go if we're just giving them a ride home after a car accident, or maybe they need a ride up the street. Sometimes we help with that depending on the situation, like if it's really cold or really hot. And in some circumstances, we've transported animals in them, or maybe dogs that got loose that are kind of aggressive. We'll have them sit in the back seat so the owner can come, or animal control can come and take care of the dog, make sure they get home safely. But most of the time, this is used for people who, unfortunately, are going to jail. So never end up in the back of here unless you're just taking a look at it, okay? Not a good place to be. It's not comfortable. It's hard plastic seating. Not very much fun to sit on. Not a good place to take a nap. All right, so close it up. We'll go to the back of the car now, all the way to the back. I got lots of random stuff in here. Let's see what I got. Again, dirty. So, of course, I have my gym bag because we got to work out, right? Every day, got to do workouts. Let's set that aside for now. I have a lot of different stuff in my car. This is one of my basic kits. I have my helmet for on days I'm going to do bike work where I get on a bicycle. Other things I have in here will be like road flares or paint to mark the road for accidents. I'll have first aid kits. That way if, you know, scrapes, bruises, minor cuts, stuff like that. I have jumping cables, so if a car battery is dead on a vehicle, I can jump the car, stuff like that. Rubber gloves. And up here in the Northwest, one thing is different about the Northwest than most of the rest of the city that people forget about is that we have the bosque up here. Now, the valley has some of it too and whatnot, but Albuquerque doesn't really have many bugs or mosquitoes. But when we have to go to the bosque because people are on the river playing, which that's good, they can do that, gotta make sure they're doing okay though, you need the bug spray because the mosquitoes along that thing are bigger than house dogs, okay? So you need to make sure you have some. And then of course I have, you know, disinfectant spray, all the things you need for, you know, post-COVID or if you've been sick. This bag's not too exciting. It's just got a lot of like extra electronics and batteries, handcuffs, paperwork, stuff like that. One of the things I do like about this bag is I like to go work in the school systems and I like to talk to first and second graders. And I go to read this book at all first and second grade classes that I can talk to. It's about how police might sometimes come to your school or work at your school. And this is probably my favorite thing in this car. All right, so we have that done. Then, you know, we all have equipment for various things, such as if there's a flat tire, or these are kind of cool. These are called stop sticks. And we use stop sticks that are currently attached to the car. We'll put these out on the ground, on the street, if maybe somebody's in a car and they've done something bad and we need to stop the car. Because what it does is it puts a hole in the tire and then the tire deflates really slowly. So that way they don't crash, they don't get hurt, and then when the tire is deflated, they can't go anywhere and the car stops, and then sometimes the person gets out, sometimes they'll run, sometimes they'll just wait a while and then eventually come out. So this is a good, safe way to stop a vehicle that we need to stop that won't stop. But we only use these things for real serious situations like life or death or maybe a stolen vehicle. We don't use this just because mom and dad accidentally ran a red light, okay? These are for real serious needs. And I think the only last thing we might have, see if there's anything left in my safety drawer here. And in my safety drawer, I do have a gas mask for days that maybe something goes really crazy. Hopefully I never have to use it. I do keep in my safety drawer a lockout kit because mostly for police officers, because we don't do it for civilian cars. So if your mom and dad get locked out, they're just gonna have to call a locksmith. But you don't know how many police officers will lock their keys in the car and forget about them all the time. So I help out my fellow officers and I'll help them get in their car again. And I keep an extra set of body armor and some face masks for if somebody's sick. It might be COVID. And that's about it for the equipment in my vehicle. I hope you enjoyed our tour. I hope you liked learning a little bit about police life. I know it was kind of short and brief, but if you ever have any questions and you see me out, I'm Officer Faulkner. I mostly hang out in the Northwest, but if you see me anywhere, I'll be glad to talk to you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a good day. Today we're going to go over some easy exercises to do at home or anywhere to stay in shape just like APD does. First one we're going to do today is the squat. It's real simple. You're going to put your feet about shoulder width apart and you're going to bend down at the knees, keeping a straight back. Does help to put your arms out forward, keep balance, back up again. Nice side view of that, so you make sure you get a nice 90-degree angle, is down and up. Sometimes it's fun to go a little closer together just to test out your balance. And sometimes if it's a little tougher, you make it a little bit wider and it's a little easier to do. Do about 10 of those at that nice comfortable position. All right, so now that we have the demonstrations done, let's everybody get up. We'll do 10 of them together, all right? 10 squats. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job, everybody. All right, so let's do the next exercise. We're gonna do butt kickers. So I'm gonna do a side view so you can see what we're talking about. So it's real simple. One leg up, down. One leg up, down. We're gonna make it go faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is how it looks like in the front. And you're just gonna keep kicking back, trying to kick your butt. All right? Shall we try it together? Let's see if we can do 10 of them, all right? I'll do the side. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good job. All right, so next thing we have is lunges, and we have 3 directions for lunges. The first one you can try, if they're a little tough, is you can try to the side. It's also a good way to kind of stretch the inner leg muscle. All right, so that's the side. That's really easy for beginners. Then we're gonna do forward. Nice big stride, keeping your knee off the ground. Step back, then the other leg. Nice big stride forward, keep the knee off the ground. Step back. And then if you really want to push your limits, we're gonna go backwards. 1. Again, see how we're not touching our knees down. 2. Back together. That last one's a little tougher, takes a lot of balance. Let's see if we can do 10 forward lunges together, 5 each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, see, I almost lost my balance too. Good job. All right, so we've been doing a lot of leg stuff, but we can't forget that core, those abs. Sometimes when you're doing abs though, it's really hard to do crunches by yourself, or maybe it's not good for your back. So we're gonna do planks. So to do planks, you have to get down to the ground. Get down to the ground, whatever is the easiest way for you. I like to start real slow. And I'm gonna put my elbow flat, my other elbow flat, and make a nice 90-degree angle with my arms. Put my back straight, my legs straight out, no bend in my knees. I'm just gonna hold this. Try doing 10 to 15 seconds and see if you can work up to 60 seconds. Use a stopwatch or a timer or your phone. Now just to get an idea of what the side view looks like. Again, put our forearms out, flat on the ground. Make a 90-degree angle. Keep your back straight, locked out. Your knees, no bend. And hold tight. Try to squeeze your abs together if you can. Let's see if we can do it together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you're all done, get nice and quick and go to the next. Good job. All right, so last thing we have before we stretch out, we're gonna do rear leg raises. I'm gonna turn to the side so you kind of get a better look. Be careful though, this does take a lot of balance, so do it nice and slow. Start with our right leg. We're gonna raise up as we lean forward and back down. All right, now we're gonna try the left leg. If you need to balance yourself out, that's okay. And back down. Now try a little quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll do 5 in the other one, but I'll show you the front way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, try it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good job. Now we're gonna move to stretches. All right, kids, now we're gonna finish up with some stretches. We're gonna start with arms first. I kind of just like to shake them out a little bit, kind of make sure the shoulders are nice and loose. And then we're gonna do a nice across the chest, putting that right arm on that left elbow, kind of pull slightly, about 10 seconds. All right, we're gonna do the same thing the other side. About 10 seconds. And then we're gonna take that left arm and put it across the back of our head like this. We're gonna pull on that elbow just slightly, kind of trying to make our hand touch the center of our back. About 10 seconds. All right, same thing the other side. Take that arm, put it behind our back, see if we can touch. All right, 10 seconds. See if you can beat your brothers and sisters in that stretch. Then we're gonna slowly bend forward at the hips. Stretch down, trying to touch our toes. Maybe if you're really flexible, you can go past and touch the ground for 10 seconds. Another good way to do that, one leg over the other. Same thing, reach down. Yeah, switch to the other side, get those legs all nice and stretched out after we worked them. We did squats and lunges. And another good one to do, put your leg out the partial bend and lean back into it. Stretch that inner leg, real nice. Same with the other one. Nice 10 seconds. All right, do all those a couple times. And the last one, grab a hold of your shoelaces and pull up. Stretch that thigh muscle. Keep those legs nice and loose after all those lunges and all those squats. All right, shake it out. All right, we're all done working out. We're all done stretching. Don't forget to drink some water. If you can eat some, maybe a banana or a potato for some potassium, keep those muscles moving. In the meantime, I'm Andrew Faulkner with the Albuquerque Police Department. Thank you for working out with me. Hope to work out with you again soon. And if you see me out, come say hi. Bye.